What's up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the channel today. Appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Hit that notification bell down below, and we absolutely love your comments, guys. Don't ever hesitate to comment down below. Give us some advice. We get some great advice from some great folks. Sorry, mosquito. Like Jimmy, we love you. Thanks for all the advice.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's with bug spray. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but these mosquitoes are still pretty bad. They're not as bad as they were.
They're evicted though. They should have already left.
That is pretty bad. We've had a good day. It's Sunday. And
my baby preached at church.
I did. I was a little nervous, but
he did a great job though.
We taught on biblical prayer today. Really important topic, and it was an honor to get to give a message on that. Something we could all use, a little bit better prayer life, spend a little bit more time talking to God. That's always a good thing. Anyway, today, I don't know, what time is it? 4, 5 o'clock?
Something like that.
I don't know, something like that. And because we had such a busy day today in town, we haven't got to take care of anybody. So we're gonna go ahead, take care of a few things, and take you guys along for the ride. The rain around here has just been crazy.
The only good thing is it's helping our garden and the grass and stuff like that.
Yeah, our garden that's way overgrown.
And our watermelon and cantaloupe.
Yeah, that's true. We need to go check on that. But it's non-stop. I know we've got record numbers for this month. I think up to this year, we're close to double the rain we usually get, something like that. It's crazy. It just won't stop raining. And it's like we're living in a like a lake out here, that everything's so saturated. A little bit's actually gone down today. We're grateful it's been a little bit more sunny.
Last night.
But it's been storming, and we can't go more than 24 hours without some kind of rain. And it's been heavy rain, so it's been crazy.
Yeah,
so
our park is actually flooding right now. Well, in some parts of it, right?
What park?
Riverside.
Oh, Riverside.
Yeah.
It's not our park, but
well, our park, Victoria's park.
The park in Victoria, 30 minutes away from here, is flooding. So
yeah.
But a couple of things we want to talk about. The meat chicks, our batch number 1 it's been bad this year. It's been rough. At this point, we've raised over 200 chickens easy. We've done a lot, I think, over the past year. We've learned a ton, thanks to a lot of you guys, as a matter of fact, because as you guys know, we just started about a year ago on this farm with the chickens, and we've learned a ton, and each batch would just get progressively better, get just a little bit easier, be a little bit more healthy, a little bit cleaner. And this year,
our first batch has given us a run for our money.
Our first batch has been tough, and a lot of it's because of the rain. You know, we've had a hard time because we're trying so hard to keep them clean. They're all covered in mud right now. I was just out there with the drone checking on them, and they're all dirty. So we work so hard to keep them clean, keep them in clean environments, but there's so much water runoff in the pasture, it's nuts. And the grass is having a hard time keeping up. As soon as it starts to grow and get thick out there, here comes some more rain.
Yeah. We've had to move them, what, 3 or 4 times now from the stall. We
keep moving their location, and when the rain gets real bad, if we know it's going to flood, we go and we get the crates, we take them off pasture, and we put them back in the stall, just because we know it's real good ground there and they're not going to get flooded out. It's got real good covered there. So that's a lesson learned this year for us on them. And recently we discovered that they're not growing as fast as they should be, which is a first for us. We've heard about it. I've read about it online. I was reading about it last year, as a matter of fact, and every now and then, it's a genetic thing. Your birds don't grow as fast as they typically would. You know, these Cornish cross are supposed to finish out at about 8 pounds, maybe more. We've had them bigger than that at about 8 weeks. And this year, we're right at about 8 weeks. They're about 5. They're about 5 pounds right now, which is nuts. So they're 3 pounds underweight.
And we were
exact same feed.
Yep.
Exact same method, everything. And you know, there's a lot of different rules of thumb and practices that people use. A lot of folks, they go to, I think it's 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. They keep them on constant feed, and then they do 12 on, 12 off. We experimented with that last year, and we decided to just put them on constant feed to get them as fat and healthy as soon as possible. There's some risks involved with that, namely flip, like they grow too big, their organs can't support stuff like that. We've been very fortunate, and we've lost very, very few. So our mortality rate has been pretty low. So we've been pretty happy about that. So we've been keeping on constant feed, and that's exactly what we're doing with this batch. Same organic feed, really good quality from a local Texas feed mill. And I don't know, guys. So we had to reschedule our processing date for this first batch. We went and measured the second batch that we have, or we weighed them, and they're underweight. So
they're at 2 pounds and they're 6 weeks old.
Yeah, they're a little under 6 weeks, and they were, I forget the.
It was 2.2 pounds.
It was like 2.2, so it's crazy. Constant feed, really good environment, and they're still not growing as fast. That's why we think it's genetic. It's not the feed, and I've read about that happening before, and so that's where we're at. One thing that we're hoping helps is we recently switched feed suppliers. If you guys saw from the previous video, we found a local mill that makes an amazing organic, a little bit higher protein chicken feed, and we're hoping that does really well for them. So we've got them on that now, and we're gonna see. Hopefully they'll pack on the weight. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah.
I've heard online that I think it was turkey feed, because turkey feed's real high in protein, and that's typically not something you want to feed your chickens. But I heard that if you're having issues getting them plump, that you might could start putting in a little bit of turkey feed. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Yeah.
That
Where is it? There's a hair. Oh, wait, I got it.
Yeah.
It was stuck
Real
in my
problems.
face.
I wouldn't know about that. And so we may try that too, but we're gonna see how they do on this new feed first, and we're gonna start weighing them more frequently. That's something that maybe we got spoiled last year. We didn't weigh them. We didn't track their progress because they were doing so great.
Yeah.
And 8 weeks comes up quick. You think it's a long time, it's really not. It comes up really fast with these chickens. And so our focus is on keeping them clean, keeping them healthy, and make sure they have plenty of good organic feed, and that's what we do.
Yep.
So lesson learned on that, we're gonna start weighing them every week. And we came up with a new method to make weighing easy. We'll show you guys that in a future video. Because right now we're using the old-fashioned scale method. Somebody will step on a scale with the chicken, we'll write the weight down. Somebody will step off, hand the chicken off, and we'll write the weight down, and we do simple math. And
Did I tell you what Mason said the other day whenever I stepped on the scale? He goes, "Man, you need to go on a diet."
Right.
I was like, dude.
What are you, like 118 pounds or something?
I wish.
Yeah. She's not fat by any stretch. Anyway,
I just tell everybody it's muscle.
Yeah, right.
From working on a farm.
Right.
It's all muscle.
She's pretty strong for her size. That's true. She does a lot around here. We're proud of her. So anyway, we're gonna go take care of the meat chicks. We got automatic water, that Bell water we showed you guys. The little fitting broke from yanking it around with the hose attached. That's our fault. And we're gonna replace that so that it makes it a little bit easier on the water situation. And what else were we gonna do?
We need to put that fence charger over here.
Yeah, Max has got this little area by the house. I say little, it's a pretty good sized area that we put electric fence around, because he thinks he's a big puppy. He's a huge dog. He's about 110 pounds, something like that. He's a purebred American Bulldog. They're great dogs, beautiful dogs, really smart.
Very protective.
Very protective, and he thinks he's a big puppy. So when we have company come over, he wants to jump and just get all in your grill. And so what we do is we put him off to the side, and then every now and then he's a knucklehead around the animals. We don't want him scaring them like the chickens. For some reason, sometimes he'll start like barking at them and it scares them, so we put him up. And anyway, it's a little electric fence, and we haven't had a charger on it for a long time.
He was trained to that wire.
He was trained to the wire, and we haven't had a charger on it for a long time. Well, he finally figured out that it's not charged anymore, so now he doesn't respect it. So we're gonna have to move that charger back over here, at least for a little bit, so that he respects it.
Yeah, get retrained.
Yeah,
we'll move it back for the goats.
Get him zapped a little bit. Don't worry, guys, he's fine. We get shocked all the time. we're always accidentally, especially in the pigs area, because we have it up kind of around their feeder for the goats, and because it kind of helps keep the goats from sticking their heads in there. And every now and then we'll grab it without thinking and wake up a little bit. Better than coffee.
Yep. The other day, I was out here busting my butt, and it was hot, and sure enough, my arms went down right on top of it, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. Everybody's taken care of. I'm done. Because it hurt.
It's like, oh, I'm done.
Yep.
Get a bad attitude. All right, so we'll show you guys a little bit of that. We'll see you in a minute. So this is our first time growing watermelon, and my man Jimmy, if you're watching, thanks for all your advice. He used to grow, he said, 2 acres
What?
of these
I missed
watermelons
that
at a
one.
time. Yeah. And he would give them to friends and family, stuff like that, and for them. But he was saying that on these Jubilee that they can get pretty big. So these are our first time. We weren't sure. I read online that you can kind of tell by the color of the spot on the bottom, and that the stems get kind of brown or thinner
Yeah.
when they're ready.
Look, we've got 2 more here.
They're starting to come up. So is the grass. Look how bad all this grass
Oh
is.
no. And then we got a watermelon here. Mason pointed out a whole bunch more, but I don't remember where.
I see little small ones all over.
Oh look, there's another big one right there.
Yeah, here's another one here.
There's a big frog.
See any big cantaloupe?
No. There was
Lots
one.
of flowers. They got to be coming in here somewhere.
I think the cantaloupe are taking a little bit longer. Oh look, here's a cantaloupe. Right there. He's tiny though. So this area is actually where we had the chicken coop, and they put this down to dirt. And that's why we planted these here, and it worked.
Yeah, that was one of the things, and I'd put it down in the description, even though Beautiful here didn't talk that much about them in the whole stupid mud, is regenerative agriculture. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but that's something that's a big goal of ours as we expand our farm, which we are more on that in the future. But when we expand our farm, that's a big goal of ours, is we want to use the animals to not just take from the land, but we want to use the animals to develop the land and produce the land and make it better. And this is like a little mini scale experiment for us on that. Is
And it
they
worked.
fertilized this ground. This ground's really fertile because that coop was right here, and we simply just planted behind it just to see how it would do. And
I watered it, I think, twice, and then the rest of it came from rainwater.
rain and stuff like that. But man, it's taken off. Look at all that good feed. This feed smells awesome, guys. You can smell the oregano.
There's something else in here that I can't figure out what I'm smelling besides oregano.
We're probably going to get one of these big barrels out in the well house, so it's closer in the pasture for the meat chicks that are out there. We haven't decided yet, but for now, that's what we do. We just come in here with a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up, put the lid back on tightly, and then we're good to go.
So much water. A lot of it's already drained up. Yeah. Thankfully, a lot of it's drained. Woo-wee. Please don't get stuck. We definitely can't get the truck in here. Look. Poor guys.
I know.
It's all muddy through here. We're gonna get you moved. Don't worry. Sorry. Ow!
You alright?
My body wouldn't turn. No, I'm over it too, guys.
Ditto.
Look at this. You just sink.
I know.
Look, some spots it's completely up to my ankles.
I don't think there's ever been standing water like that.
No, there hasn't. This is all after being sitting out during the day, so some of it's already dried and absorbed. Billy, Jules, no ma'am. No. Go. No. Fatso. Alright guys, we forgot some parts. Steven's grabbing the mule, I'm walking ahead of him so I can get the gate before the goats follow. And while we were out here, we realized there's no place to move the chicken tractor to where they're not going to be sitting in mud or a lot more mud or standing water. So what we're going to do is we're going to go get a whole bunch of hay and just put it down. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. It'll absorb some of the water and keep them up off the mud, so hopefully they stay clean. The goats have been doing a lot better lately with not following us out the gate. Spoiled things. So he's gonna go get the parts and I'm gonna grab the hay. Steven is just about done getting that hose that broke off fixed, and I just fed the pigs. They are having a big spa day. Kevin has officially made an imprint of his big fat body in the mud. next to his feeder, so that's cool. It's been all flooding right there in that area. I would go over there, but I really don't feel like getting splashed by him shaking all his mud off. He's already tried to do that a couple times while I was feeding him. And Socks is looking even more pregnant. Sorry about the hair. Whenever you have so much, there's only so much you can do. It's there. We got our meat chickens moved. We got hay in there. They've got feed. They've got water now that Steven has that hooked up. So, whew, it's hot. Thank you for doing that, love. Whew.
All right there.
I'm good.
What was that?
There was a bug went down between my legs, and
This farm girl is still afraid of bugs.
I think I will always be afraid of bugs. Any bug, beetle, any kind of little critter
I don't know
that's not a farm animal.
She can stick her hand in poop, but she's afraid of bugs. Go figure.
Pretty much. Hey, there's no bugs in poop that I know of unless it's the goats.
Yeah, there's plenty of bugs in poop.
Well, in my mind, I'm going to say there's not.
To say it's hot and humid is an understatement. I got soaked just in maybe 30 minutes of going out there.
My hair's like, I can feel it. Like I need a shower. My hair's all wet.
I don't know if you guys saw in the video what we were talking about. Those poor chickens got dirty. 2 days ago, they were clean. We were working so hard to keep them clean.
And we were, like, I was so happy. And I feel like that happened with our very last batch. At the end of last year, they were staying clean through the entire thing, and then we had one freak storm, and they were dirty.
Yeah.
And it was like right before processing. I think it was like the week of processing.
Yeah, it was. It sucks. We try so hard to keep them clean, and it's not, honestly, it's not the end of the world, and chickens are dirty animals, so they're gonna get dirty, but it's just something, you know, we take pride in what we do, and so we try really hard to give them a good life, to keep them clean, things like that, and so it probably shouldn't bother us as much as it does, but it does. One good thing that we've noticed is once things do dry out, they do usually clean themselves if you give them enough time, so they'll get clean.
I was gonna ask that. Like, I've never seen the meat chickens take dust baths.
I have no idea, but I mean, they've cleaned themselves.
Yeah,
They got
I know.
like a little bit dirty a couple of weeks ago when we had to move them back and forth, and they got clean again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll get clean again. And so one of the things we had to do back there was we put hay down to supplement the grass that is in the pasture because there's just so much mud. We actually almost got the mule stuck just a while ago. We had to put it in 4-wheel drive to get it out. That's how bad that stupid pasture is. Everything's just so saturated because the rain won't stop it. It can't drain out.
Yeah, like I showed, like some of the areas are up to my ankle in water, and we've never had that much standing water. Not even after Harvey, we didn't have that much.
Yeah, there's a few low spots in the pasture, but not many. For the most part, it drains really good, but there's just been so much water. There's nowhere for it to go, and it's just standing everywhere. So it's making it a little bit tough. Anyway, we got the automatic water fixed, which we're happy about because that was kind of a pain. It was a little part that we needed that we didn't have, so we put the manual, it's not manual, but you know, the water that we had to fill up on our own in there to hold them over. But we got automatic water back, so that's a plus. Anything that makes our life easier, plus it's fresher, cooler water for them, so that's what we like.
Yep.
Anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
We were gonna get Max's fence charger set back up, but
yeah, we'll do that tomorrow or the next day.
Too hot.
It's hot. All right, that's all we got for today, guys. We will catch you on the next video.
Yep. Bye, guys.